Competency-based education and training, or CBET, is an education approach that emphasizes skills acquisition and practical competence over content memorization. While CBET is currently implemented at lower education levels, universities across the country are now beginning to prepare for its eventual adoption.
The government of Kenya has started very, very early to include preparedness of Kenyan universities into receiving these students who are now in 10th grade, that by 2029 they will be capable of being taught on the competency-based curriculum. And right now, today is 18th, tomorrow 19th, the School of Education are not going to rest.
Machakos University has an early childhood education program for the undergraduates. And you realize that the competence-based education and training is already in motion. It has run up to grade 9, and it is moving to grade 10, 11, and 12. Now, our students who already graduated and are graduating are going straight into junior secondary. So if we had to wait in order to prepare them, that would be out of phase. So the program for B.Ed Early Childhood is already fully aligned to CBET. So they don't have to go to the field and be trained a second time. They are already set.
I'm looking forward to the next class. Enjoy the hours.
The training focuses on areas such as outcome-based learning, continuous assessment, and practical evaluation. Lecturers are encouraged to shift from traditional lecture-based delivery towards approaches that promote active student participation and real-world application of knowledge.
The entire university lecturers are targeted because the type of curriculum which is being developed target all aspects of the various pathways with respect to the university teaching and the learning process.
My name is Peter Ngugi. I'm from Kenya School of TVET, and I'm CBET Master Trainer Lead, and I've been training CBET methodology, which relates to CBET pedagogy, which is a short program for 2 weeks. Competence-based education and training is the teaching and learning approach that focuses on what the learner should be able to do rather than what the learner should be able to recall. Unlike the current, or we call it conventional training, especially at our university level, our focus is so much on recalling on what the learner has been lectured on rather than what the learner should be able to do at the end of the training. And that's why this CBET program came in picture to try and solve this problem.
University aims to build capacity among staff while also identifying gaps that may need to be addressed ahead of time, including infrastructure, policy frameworks, and curriculum alignment.
The major reason why the university should shift in this direction is because looking at education reforms in Kenya, it is at all levels, starting from basic education, tertiary education, up to university. They are supposed to align their program with the CBC. So that means the universities are not exceptional, and there's a need for them to start this program so that they're able to align with the education reforms. The other reason why Machakos University should focus on this is because by 2029, we're expecting the first cohort from senior secondary school. These young trainees who will be joining university then have been trained through the CBC model, which is purely practical model. So for university to get ready so that this trainee will get a seamless transition from CBC to university education.
The old curriculum was focused on cognitive ability. Define, describe, explain, illustrate, and you stop there. Now we are saying you can construct, you can modify, you can create something, you can utilize that skill that you have learned to show that you have acquired it to the required level of mastery. So the gap was, the focus was different. That's the first gap was focus on thinking and talking and explaining. Now it is no regurgitation. It is once you know, show us. Once you show how. Once you show how, do. Once you do better. So that it moves in those stages. So if we move from knowing to doing better, that's a different emphasis, which means the old gap of stopping at knowing has now been removed by demanding that application, usage in real life, application to the community service learning, they're now taking it life into the life outside the institution.
The gaps are there in terms of delivery system, and it is being answered by the CBET operations. How CBET itself enter into the classroom for the benefit of that learner, and it is purely learner-centered.
And the second question, most of the people are going to use
The other challenge that I'm seeing with this particular program is the number of trainees. Most of our universities are constrained in terms of number of lecturers, where you find a whole lecture theatre has over 400 trainees, and you expect these lecturers to apply active learning strategies. However, that's not an excuse of not employing active learning strategy, because in this program we are also exposing them on how they can leverage on ICT platform, so that each of these trainees, we know that the current generation, Gen Z, they're so much focused on the ICT use of internet. We can leverage on that so that we are able to bring in some of the active learning strategies using those digital tools. The other challenge I'm also seeing is the limitation of facility and infrastructure, especially because this one is practical oriented. We expect a lot of equipment that will expose this trainee to what happens in the industry, which you find most universities, they are really having challenge in these particular areas.
There is no university that is purely arts and sports science based. There's no university that is only humanities based. There's no university that is STEM only. All universities offer courses across different subjects. So because the learners are choosing, in future the university will be forced to define their niche. What are you strong in? If you're strong in STEM, don't waste time in other areas. Put more energy in STEM. If you're good at art and sports, science, then put energy there, and let another university which doesn't have resources for PE and so on, just tell the candidates, here you can't do PE, you can only do it in KU or in another university.
The university says it will continue engaging stakeholders and training staff as it prepares for the arrival of CBET trained students in the coming years.
So for Machakos University, we have said the best way forward is to do it in STEAM way. There is STEM, so that maybe 2/3 of what we do is science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, but we must leave a component of art, because the engineer who invents something needs to market it.